me and let me share with you the story of my friend Arojai. Arojai and I have been friends for years, and neither have I seen him fast nor make up for the fastest missed. Turns out not only does he have ulcer, but he cannot afford to do fidya and he cannot pay qada because he fears the complications that comes with ulcer and fasting. While I felt sympathy for him, I made him realize he has been missing one of the essential pillars of Islam without making up for it. After a deep thought in our conversation, he came back to me with a determination to start fasting, provided I share with him some tips that will prevent him from having complications of ulcer during fasting hours. Now, I want to share with you as well, especially if you've been like my friend Arojaye, who has not been able to fast for years because you fear the complications that comes with ulcer during fasting hours. Hi everyone, it's your girl Kari and you are welcome to my Ramadan Nutri series. The first disclaimer I'm putting out there is the fact that it is a misconception that fasting is a no-go for anyone that has ulcer. Ulcer is not caused by fasting or hunger. It is caused by bacteria known as H. pylori or when you overuse painkillers. However, whether you can fast or not depends on how angry your ulcer is. That is, if you have an active ulcer, you cannot fast. How would you know if you have an active ulcer? It means you need to first consult your medical doctor or a physician. You need to let them carry some tests on you to see if you have an active ulcer or a non-active one. The second note why you should visit your medical doctor before you start fasting is because there is a class of medication you are supposed to be placed on as an ulcer patient. Majority of the ulcer patients out there that I have met are not on any medication. So you just assume because you have ulcer, all you have to do is ensure you're not getting yourself hungry. Well, that is also a misconception. As an ulcer patient that wants to fast, you need to see your medical doctor. You have to be cleared and be on a class of medication that will prevent the acid in your stomach from rising during fasting hours. Now that you've visited your medical doctor and you've confirmed that your ulcer is not active, how do you fast wisely with ulcer? Number one, the Sahur arc. First of all, never miss Sahur. Aside the fact that the Holy Prophet ﷺ says there is a blessing in taking Sahur, you must never miss Sahur as an ulcer patient because what actually triggers your ulcer complications is when the stomach is empty and the acid has a direct contact with the stomach, it begins to attack it. So you must always take your Sahur as an ulcer patient. While I understand that it can be very hard for ulcer patients to have an appetite for Sahur, all you have to do is the morning reset. How do you do the morning reset? It's so simple. You have to brush your teeth. Brushing your teeth sends a signal to your brain that you are up and you are ready for the day's activity. So it stimulates your appetite. Also, brushing cleans the palate of the mouth. It cleans away the built-up acid that has built overnight, and then it clears the bitter taste and the nausea you have that is inhibiting your appetite. Also, the meaty flavors in toothpaste have the tendency of stimulating your appetite and giving you hunger pass. You must ensure that you are taking fiber-rich foods like whole grains because when they are consumed, they have the tendency of forming a gel-like protective layer that protects the surface of the stomach from getting attacked by acid during fasting hours. Also, you must avoid caffeine. Any food, any fluid, any drink that has caffeine, you must stay away from it as caffeine has the ability to complicate the symptoms of ulcer. While it is still possible for you to have acid buildup in your stomach during fasting hours, it is the reason why you have to take yogurt and milk as one of the food choices during your sahur. As milk and yogurt act as buffers to stabilize the pH of the stomach acid during fasting hours. So even if at all there is a production of an extreme rise in acid in your stomach, the milk and yogurt act as buffers that prevent it from rising and then attacking your stomach, giving you ulcer complications. And do not forget that the morning reset involves you brushing your teeth before you eat your sahur. So whenever you wake up to pray your qiyamul layl and you are performing your ablution, you must also brush your teeth. To what? To stimulate your appetite. Also, concerning the lifestyle choices, you must ensure that immediately you take your sahur, you are not lying down immediately. When you take your sahur, you sit up for at least 30 to 45 minutes before you go lie down back. Even though it is not sunnati for us to sleep after sahur, I understand that the nature of some of us do warrant us sleeping back after we take sahur. So whenever you take your sahur and you want to rest, ensure you do so after 30 to 45 minutes. Also, hydrate yourself during non-fasting hours. The moment you break your fast, you must hydrate yourself because water has the ability to what? To prevent complications that come with ulcer during fasting hours. Also, if you have been told by your doctor that your ulcer is active, do not fast. Do not forget that you are one of the exempted ones from fasting. And if you are not going to fast, don't forget to pay your fidya because you can't even afford to do the qada. There are also patients that wants to fast. It's all in the mind. If you want to fast and you keep worrying about the complications that comes with ulcer during fasting hours, there is a high probability that you are going to end up with a complication of ulcer during your fasting hours. Because the more worried you are, the more stressed you are, your stress level increases and the cortisol level increases. It signals to your stomach to pump more acid that would attack your stomach, and then you come up with complications and symptoms of ulcer during fasting hours. And that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe to my channel for more nutrition. I remain your girl Carrie. See you in my next video. Bye!